to Vibe channel. My name is Julie and I am from the Little Scouse kitchen, and I am today going to be showing you how to make the best American style pancakes. They're my favourite. The good thing about this is that you can make the batter and it can last over 2 days. So if you don't eat it all or use it all, you can just pop it in the fridge and cover it and it'll last till the next day. So this is what you're going to need. I have got 125 grams of plain flour, which is here. And I'm going to pop that into my bowl. I've also got to add baking soda. So this is going to help with the fluffiness of it. This is going to make it nice and fluffy. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of that in. Sprinkle that in. I'm going to add a little tiny pinch of salt, just literally a pinch, no more than that. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. Bit of sweetness. I'm also going to add in a little touch of vanilla. But if you haven't got vanilla, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Just vanilla essence if you've got it. But if you haven't got it, it's not essential. It just sweetens it up a lot, and I quite like it sweet. And then what I'm then going to add is, I've got my milk. So I've got 230 mils of milk. And in my milk, I'm also going to add some vinegar. Now the vinegar will make sure that they become fluffy as well, because it's the reaction with the baking soda. So we've got the alkali and the acids, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to add that into there. You don't taste the vinegar, I promise you don't, but you need it for the reaction. So what I've done is I've added that to my milk, so I've added all my dry ingredients, so 125 grams of plain flour, I've got a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of baking soda, and a little tiny pinch of salt with a drop of vanilla. And in here, I've got my milk and my vinegar. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in, and I'm going to use my whisk, and I'm going to get a lovely, lovely batter. I'm going to whisk it all up like that. Now, the other thing I've done is, on my hob, I've got a frying pan. And in the frying pan, I've added a little tiny touch of oil. And I'll show you that now. There you go, can you see the way that's got no lumps in? That's exactly all you want it to be. Like, if you haven't got one of these, you can just use a fork. Just go around like that, and it goes nice and thick. Now we're waiting for the bubbles to come up, but that'll be a minute. So I'll show you this. So while I was doing that, in here, I have added a little tiny drop of oil into my frying pan. Now, the other thing you're going to need is, for this, I've got a little ladle so I can flip them over, and I've also got a spoon which is about that size, in order for me to get enough out and pour it in. So I've added the oil in here and I'm letting it heat up, and I want that to be a low to medium heat. I've got it on a number 4 on mine, but if yours is a gas, don't have it on too high, otherwise it'll burn. You don't leave the pan. Never leave the pan. Always make sure if you walk away from it, always just turn it off, because the oil will go on fire. We don't want that. Okay, so the other thing is as well, is because it's going to get quite hot, and if you're making 3, if you do 1, 2, 3, depending on how many sets of them you're going to make, you don't want your pan to burn. So if you feel like you need a touch more oil in it, don't put too much in, but just put enough in to stop the burn happening. So there we go. So there's my batter. Looking gorgeous. Pop that there. And then all I'm going to do then is, I'm going to get about that much, no more. And in my pan, if I put it too close to the edge, I'm going to end up with a moon shape one, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go about here. Oh, gorgeous. There we go. And then what you'll also notice is when it's in the pan and the heat's happening, I'm going to high that up just one more. I'm going to take that to 5. And when the heat happens, we know it's done on one side, because all of the bubbles come right to the top. So I'm going to have a go at getting 3 in here. Try my luck, aren't I? There we go. There we go. Okay. So I might put that one a bit too close to the edge, but I'll show you that in a second. So here we go. Now, can you see on this one, it looks a bit like a crumpet on this side, And that's because the heat is pushing all the bubbles up. That's the reaction going on inside, and that's what makes them nice and fluffy. So I'm going to leave it a little minute longer, and then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to flip it. So I'll fast forward this, and then I'll stop it and I'll talk you through it in a second. Now I've just flipped mine there because they were going bubbly all on top. But can you see the way my pan started smoking? I don't want that. So I'm going to lower it down a little touch. So I did turn it up to 6, but I turned it back down to 4 because I don't want this oil to start smoking, because that's not good. Okay, so I'm never leave my pan. I always make sure I'm here, and also make sure there's an adult around as well to help you. See how we're going here. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. Lovely. Now, toppings. So my favourite toppings are peanut butter, banana and a bit of syrup. They're my favourite. Or you can put some berries with it. So I'm going to put some photographs on with this post and give you some suggestions of what you could do. But anything you do, you know, tag it in Vibe. And let us know. And also, if you could tag the Little Scouse Kitchen, but no worries, I'm sure Sharon will forward them on. Okay, so we want them to be a little bit browner. Right, okay, so as you can see, so easy. I get 3 lots out of that ingredient. So if you need to make more or you need to make less, entirely up to you. So what I'm doing on mine is, oh, it's amazing. So I've got on this stack, I've got raspberries and maple syrup, which I'm going to stack up myself in a minute. And then for my little girl, who also loves my favourite, I've got a bit of peanut butter and some banana, and she's going to stack them up and maybe rub some of my maple syrup. But honestly, have a go. It's so easy to do. Do not leave your pan unattended, please don't. As I say, if you walk away from it, you know, also if you notice that if you flip it one side and it's not done, just reflip it over and it'll be done in a matter of seconds. So, you know, good luck guys, take it easy, look after yourselves, and I hope to see some of your amazing creations very soon. Thank you, all from Vibe. Thank you guys.